Am I good now? I'm good now.
Maybe down just a smidge more, but yeah.
Okay. What? I have like a cursed PC. Just take it away. And let me fix some things here.
Well, we are going to be going into the pistol round. I'm sorry for all headphones and non-headphones users. That was incredibly loud, but hopefully it was louder for me than it was for anybody else.
I like how you built me up to like, oh, we're not ready to put on a banging show, and then it's, oh, I can't hear you. You know, it's just super loud.
Ooh, okay. Dumar catching players pushing through smoke. That's been a bit of a theme for FURIA, but luckily they do have the personnel to turn this round back around, as they've already got 2 kills in return. IDK, your opponent's reloading. It should be an easy kill. They're really making a bit of a hash of this, but they have got away with it in the end. It's going to be a 3 versus 2. Bomb is down. Caserado actually has a Molotov as well. I'm interested to see where he'll place it. Vinny. Caserado combined. They at least do manage to clear out one. RCF and Tadazin trying to make their way back in. They've got a kit, but they need the kills. And Vinny, I think he's just hit maybe 1, maybe even 2 dinks there. It's going to be Caserado. No, in fact, Caserado hit the other one. 1-0 to FURIA. They always seem to bounce back in these clutch situations. And it's going to be them getting the pistol round. Are you back, Jason?
Kind of. I'm still trying to tweak some things. Am I too quiet now?
Yes, a little bit.
All right, now am I good?
Maybe in the middle of the 2 you just had.
Oh my god. All right, now am I good?
That should be fine. I'm sure we can live with that. Chat can tell me what they hear. Hopefully it's perfect.
All right, I'm still tweaking some settings, so just...
Okay, no,
like
no, you are
30 more
quiet.
seconds. What?
Well, Art has come running in. Caserado picked off another. There's a lot of damage being done. Actually, Yuri peeking in with the bomb, but he doesn't seem to mind. They are wiping down this 4 spike. Of course, Mirage, a map which we've seen them very confident on in the past. Dumar, at least, will be able to not only find a kill, but also make a little bit of cash on the side. But I think it's been decided this is just going to be a save. Isn't he actually hunting this, though? Surprised if it's really worth the risk. Opponent having a scout and a UMP. You're holding one of, what, the only AK-47 that's currently left. But, okay, if you could just tear his head off through a wall, I suppose that's acceptable. And the remaining T players, clearly feeling confident, are going to be able to save their weaponry. So, Dumar, he'll keep his UMP. It's something to bring into the next round, but ultimately it is still going to be the round going the way of FURIA. And off to a much better start than what we saw from them in the last map, at least.
Okay, how do I sound now? Acceptable?
Fairly quiet. I can try turning you up on my end.
Okay, I can turn myself up again. I don't know what changed. Okay, so ideally that should be perfect again then. We should be good, right? Yeah, sounding good. Thumbs up.
It'll do. I think it should be.
Am I crystal clear at least?
I think I might be a little bit louder than you, but I'll tweak that in a sec on my end. Well, it's a full A take, Jason. There's going to be just a chance to really farm up some cash. Art doing just that. With only Dumar, with anything really to face into this round with, we kind of hope he at least makes some money back to his side.
Oh, he does get dinged up though. A little fall. So it's just going to be 1 death. Art going to pick up the 3 kills. Hopefully I sound good now because I turned myself up a little bit louder. And let's see what I missed. Vinny on 4 kills. Art on 4 kills. Tony only on 1. There's only been 5 kills in total in 3 rounds on the CT side. So that worries me a little bit. But then again, it's just FURIA continuing the pace from the T side on Inferno where they had so many rounds. Again, 6 out of the 8 rounds for FURIA Gaming that they won, they only had like one player surviving. Or less. I guess technically it goes that way as well. So a bit of a rough time for them, but they did clutch out Inferno. 16-14. They can be proud of that. They even won it on a round that was like a massive force up. They had like no actual rifles, I think, bought up. But now moving on to Mirage, they need to maintain that kind of form, jumping down straight into Shadow. Still, RCF gonna help cover off his teammate as he gets 1 kill and Paxton's able to take down Art.
This is going very badly wrong. At least for the T side. Vinny gonna be the only one to get a frag so far. Vinny let's spot out Tadazin. Still an opening here. The rotation from the remaining players is a little bit further away, but RCF is going to try and force his way through into the corner. I don't think they expect him to be here. And a free kill onto the first. And doesn't even get a chance at the second. Yeah, Gaming, they break back. They're onto the board. And more importantly, they keep 3 players alive.
Don't worry. I'm not expecting that I'm mute. I'm just making sure to check all my settings, make sure everything sounds all right. So timeout coming in for the CT side. Yeah, Gaming. Again, they used all 4 on Inferno, so they'll be apt to use them here. I want to make sure they can have a clean follow-up round as well. They have the op still for RCF. I think if RCF continues his pace from Inferno, like when he just all of a sudden woke up, I think, yeah, Gaming could take this in a 2-0, to be honest. I don't know about you, Tom.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I think that they've looked a lot better today, so I'm hoping that the previous performance was just a bit of a one-off. Like, we didn't really see what they could do, and maybe the MIBR match they had was a little bit more of a balance, which would be nice at least, but for now, it's going to have to wait and see. Now, FURIA, a very good Mirage team, a tough team to play against. Art is always someone who's going to be very aggressive into middle, make things a little bit awkward for them, so have to wait and see how he's actually going to play this one. Nade already going to be going into middle, but it won't do too much. But this is the sort of play we're talking about. Art already pushing through. Does he expect anybody to be an underpass, though? He peeks in and actually just about gets away with it. Dinked up. 2 opening kills already for FURIA. CT side looking to try and find a way back into this round.
Did I just hear a Zeus go off?
I think he might have done.
I didn't hear the... Dumao pushes up short, though, through the smoke and catches Henny off guard. So you're talking about the CTs looking for a way to get back in the round. That might be something that they need to do. Getting a little bit cheeky here or there. IDK now going to trade out Art. Just like that. It's down to a 3-on-3. But Vinny's actually snuck his way through to the B side. This could be so important. Dumao's actually going to look for him. I think... Did Dumao see him go towards the back of sight? It looks like they're actually prepared for it. Yeah, with the way IDK's looking, I'm pretty sure they know he's there. So it's going to be tough for him to really pull off of anything from it. He does actually get one, alleviate some pressure towards middle. There's still going to be a player towards connector. It's IDK, and this is a tough spot to be in.
Oh, Vinny just walks in and pretty much clears up the site. The issue the T's were having was the fact that the bomb was down. That was the problem. They needed to find a way to get it back, and the CTs were not in the best positions. I think they know that at this point the last player is likely to be on B, so Duma just gonna go a little adventure around the map. His way to try and find anything, really. Does have himself AWP, so something to be had into the next round. The problem is the CT side are going to be left, again, in a bit of an awkward position. $2,400 will come into their account in the next round, which means Duma could realistically drop a gun. Tadazin could get a FAMAS, but everybody else, well, the remaining couple, going to be in a bit of trouble. So it might just have to be a hero warp for this round, and then at least keeping the money to be able to buy another into the next.
Well, one thing I will say, you definitely have won rounds with less. Oh, Dumao. Was he spotted? I don't know if Vinny actually noticed he was there. I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah, he rounds the corner, and unfortunately that op's not going to be saved either. So no hero op coming through for Yeah Gaming. I'm able to see the pistols bot up and save one more round, which means FURIA would be up to a 5-1 lead. And this is looking like a different team than what we saw in Inferno, or maybe a more woken up team. So that's the better way to say it, since FURIA are the best rated team in Brazil. Definitely a top contender within the world, and it will be the pistols. So 2 Eagles, 2 P250s. Not going for a stack anywhere, though. I was kind of hoping for that. But Tatis and a gang and get aggressive through underpass.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That could easily happen. RCF. Looked like Vinny was already shooting before he made the jump. He knew it was coming, and CT side this round at least. Not looking like they'll be able to achieve too much anymore. Of course, it would have been nice to save the rifle. IDK will at least be able to get one. It's something, but it's not really anything too impressive at the moment from the CT side. An extra kill would be nice. You don't want to allow the T's to build into this one. There you go. Fasten at least gets one with the Deke. So Only 3 players surviving. FURIA are not going to be building more cash, but they will still be keeping it relatively the same. They have to drop a couple of weapons over. I think Vinny off to a good start as well. He's been someone who, throughout the FURIA games I've watched recently, has been a little bit more quiet than normal. Like, sure, you have the likes of Yuri and Quesarado with the ludicrousy of art and then, obviously, the AWP of Henny. So sometimes someone has to take the back seat, but I think him showing up in this match is going to be important because we have seen a few players a little bit more quiet today.
I've actually been really impressed with Quesarado so far in the series, and Inferno some of the plays he was making was phenomenal. I can't wait to see what Art's going to do in Mirage, though, as we already talked about his AC had before. So he's making middle his own. So 2 players back towards CT again. Double up setup coming out of Gaming. You got RCF. You got Dumao. Dumao's going to be back towards the B site, leaving the lone man to anchor it. You do have IDK there, I guess, technically to help out from short, which the smoke going down will prevent him from actually assisting if they do make it in. Quesarado is just playing with Fatson. And that's going to be the dink already coming through. Art being down to 54 health, but Vinny will get the kill.
A site now under their control, but guess what, Jason? They have forgotten something again. They're going to have to go on a little bit of an exploration mission to retrieve the bomb. It's happened a couple of times now where I feel like FURIA have just forgotten that that's part of the game and just tried to basically kill everyone, but will at least end up
Tom,
on the
if
side.
only the bomb spawned on someone and you didn't have to pick it up from spawn.
Yeah, you know, if only that happened. Doesn't matter in the end. The CT side had already dedicated themselves to a full save. The double orbs both sat within the B site. The T's, however, can hunt this down. They're currently sat with 5 players alive and decent amount of cash already in the bank. Even dropping one of these AWPs means it won't be coming back to haunt them in the next round, but it might be a little bit easier said than done. Art is already going to meet his fate.
Yeah, I don't think it's just a little bit of a stalemate towards the end. Thing is, even though they lost that round, they're still looking strong considering they still have the double op setup. Like, I think that was the most important part of the round for them is, yeah, they lost 1 player. They lost complete control of the A site. They're like, all right, let's just save it. But it's still not like I mean, obviously it's a lost round, but it's still not a lost cause for them because they can easily bounce back in this round off the back of those 2 players hitting some shots. We know RCF can do that, albeit he is on 2 kills at the moment. But I don't even know how FURIA actually got into the A site really not dealing with the AWP. That part kind of confuses me.
X-ray. So I'm going to have to quickly change the screen back to a pause screen just for a second because obviously I cannot show you the wonderful IP.
Well, the weird thing is that you drop from the server and you drop from streaming, but you can still talk to me. So I don't know how that works out. I'll kind of do a radio cast in the meantime while you're trying to fix that really quickly. It's down to a 2-1-2. Okay. We're into round number 11. It is 6-4. We did have Gaming take the last 2 rounds on the CT. So last 3 rounds on the CT side. Tatison looking to flank in from B apartments, and he gets the kill into Art. I'm not sure how he pulls that one off. And now it's Vinny alone against 2 at the Galil. Talked about a sexy famous. Well, maybe a sexy Galil's in the cards here for FURIA. RCF with the op. Tatson with the M4. I don't know how he's not been killed already, and RCF's going to push it at the perfect time. And that'll be another round for Gaming.
We are going to see another onto the board. It seems like maybe us leaving has actually helped them out quite a bit because it does look like everything's going a little bit better for them here. But we are going to be seeing what's actually going to be invested into this round for the T's. It's not a particularly good position to be in. Vinny's currently 16-6. He's killing it. Great for my fantasy team, but for FURIA at the moment, it doesn't seem like it's really enough. They need somebody else to step up to the plate. The next highest on the board is only going to have 7 kills. the Art actually investing into a scout and looking to try and take some control of the ramp. But the rest of the team seemingly setting up for a bit of a B here. You see with the potential to wrap around. That shot from Art is disgusting. And he's just looking to try and maybe sell this one a little bit more than expected. A peek around the corner, though, will, however, put him down quickly. Not going to last very long, and it seems like the T's, after that initial kill, are actually going to try and switch things up into A. Instead, Henny is going to find another 1-dig.
They're actually on the verge of pulling this round back. Actually, RCS been forced to rotate back towards Palace. Henny is going to get another kill with the deagle. That's him up to 2 now. It's just one player on short. It's going to be IDK. He's got the bomb pushed in towards the back of B site. Where do you really go from here? You obviously want to save the op. You do have a decent amount of money, you know, built up. You can kind of afford to go for it, but yeah, Vinny's not going to give IDK a chance. A bomb will be planted in RCF. I'd almost just say save. 1v3. And yeah, just going to back away. So, Fury will get back on the board off of a couple of really good openers. I mean, I think the first shot hit over towards the A site with the scout was phenomenal of Art. Oh.
We're making things costly. Of course, for the T side, it doesn't really matter too much at this point. They will have just won a round, obviously, with very little. So the players they're actually losing here are seemingly worth it. But what a round from Henny. Sort of mentioned that somebody needed to step up in this scenario, make a big play. Sure, Art definitely started it off well, but the 2 digs that came in now set the T's up wonderfully to go forward. If they win this next round, we could be looking as good as a 10-5 half. Of course, if the CT side are able to break back, who knows? They could even win it out from here. Early trade. Yuri taking a lot of damage in return, however, so not the ideal situation, but RCF going to be left completely blind, and Vinny now picking off another. He's been clinical. 113 ADR, of course, that's only going to go up after the kill is actually counted, and now they look to put the pressure onto the B site. It's going to be Doom out. Lonesome. He will put down Vinny at least, and now the T's somewhat stuck in the mud as to where they're going to be going.
Looks like they're going to regroup, though. And yes, I did have my microphone off again last time. God, I don't know how. But it's just going to be the one player to defend towards B. And this is still going to be tough. But if he can take 2 kills, and I say there's a very real possibility they can still win this round. He's actually rotated away from Kitchen. He's went to check in the middle because he doesn't have the protection from the teammates. Now he knows it's a little bit too late. Yuri's going to get the kill. And now you immediately, if you're fastened, you just got to save this AUG. 1v3. Is he actually gonna... Okay, he's gonna pick up an AK instead. Second there, I thought he was actually gonna go for it, but he will back away and save the AKs. So still, Fury gonna be on another round. It seems like when we get back into the stream and back into the server, Fury start winning rounds.
They only do it when they've got an audience. That's what it is. Also,
yeah, pretty much.
Farston was actually... The reason he went into Underpass there is he was looking for an AWP. Unfortunately for him, Yuri being so low on HP, he's actually just decided to pick it up. So I think Henny's now dropped one, and that AWP's now gone. So Fury actually kind of ruining the day of EA Gaming there, as they were hoping, okay, we'll have an AWP, something we can get for free, and instead, well, that 1 AK is looking like the only weapon they'll have into this next round. Sure, they can get some pistols elsewhere, but this really shouldn't be a force from the CT side. It does mean Farston can at least try and be a hero, but ultimately, not looking good.
No. I mean, unless they pay someone to cut your internet line so they can start to win rounds again.
Wouldn't be the first time that's happened in Esports.
Yeah. I was actually gonna say I thought Tatazin was gonna rush through lower here. Through the underpass. Art's actually gonna, speaking of rush, heading towards the B site. I think he's expecting the player to be inside of the smoke, but he's still gonna get the back in on Dumao. The B site will be open. There's still one player flanking Tatazin. He actually might get flanked himself because we do have K-Star rotating back in to help out. Oh, still yet to be planted. They're still looking for more kills. And there you go. Henny gets one. The push. K-Serrato. They didn't see him. Tatson, easy kill for him, or is it? In the meantime, Fast is able to get a kill with the AK, so a real chance for him to pull us back into a 2-on-2. Tatson needs to push Yuri, needs to get this kill, but he's lost his teammate. And now they're going to lose the round, and FURIA will put themselves up to 9.
Yeah, still too close for comfort. There's been a lot of rounds like this throughout the series, and FURIA, a lot of the time, even brought it very, very close, or they won it. Vinny's going back to the old gun of basically a few weeks ago, I guess it could be. Gonna bring in the SG. Now, the first bullet accuracy of this gun is still dirty. Just not so much when you're unscoped. So that's where it's a little bit weaker, but there's still the ability to just tap heads. These are going to be building up for playing towards the A side. Looked like he was going to try and take a peek into middle, but instead has opted to back away.
Hello?
Hard, but,
yeah, so did I. That's why I said hello. I'm still
dear.
lagging on the server right now, but
Yeah,
it seems to be going all the way of, Aston's gonna fall, I'm not sure. It's really hard to kind of cast this action when it's just kind of lagging around everywhere, but it's down to Henny alone against 4, and the round's over. 9-6. Okay, well that was interesting. We'll get that looked into while we're into the halftime, though.
Yeah, this seems like a perfect time to go for a small advert break. As hopefully everything will be sorted by the time we get back. Apologies, guys, of course.
No, don't go yet.
Why?
Because I am seeing that they're loading a backup of the round. And there's a timeout currently going on right now. I think that was server side.
We need like the countdown music. That's what I want for all timeouts. Do you watch... They have countdown in the US or in Germany?
Sorry, I think I'm like looking at what's going on. Yeah, and we're not the only ones lagging apparently as well. I'm looking at the C stream is apparently lagging in GoTV.
Well, seems like everything's broken, Jason. It's weird that the teams are actually taking tactical pauses here. You'd think that there should be a tech pause called at this point, unless they are just strategically talking this over. They have got themselves in position, like, well, the T's are actually buying into their pistol round, so...
Okay, well, what I'm being told is that we should head to break.
Sure, 'cause the timer is counting down for the pistol round.
This can't be live.
I'm just sort of looking at this going...
Okay.
Still in the
all right, so yeah, let's head to break, and then hopefully this will all be sorted. Apparently there's some issues happening within the servers, so we'll fix that. We'll get things back into the game. It's currently 9-6 in favor of FURIA as they are in the lead, swapping onto the CT side. However, yeah, gaming is up 1-0 in the series. We'll be back with you guys after a short break.
heart into something gold. Knew I sold my soul to the devil long ago. I wrote it all along on your way right before it broke. Time was thrown down the well, so I let you go. What I do right now. What I do right now for you, for you. Carolina skies in the night, floating by your side. I fell up when you fell down, but we stayed in flight. I'm laughing to myself, 'cause I know that I can't deny. I can't find what you can't hide right inside my mind. What I do right now. What I do right now for you, for you. I was born like a fire in the eye of a hurricane. Always told, stay in line, be alright, better play it safe. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return, something is calling me. It's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision.
Oh, my HUD is broken. Right, we are back. We're going to be going into what is the second half of the map. It is going to be a T-side start now for Yeah Gaming. We'll see if they're going to be able to make things work. If they're going to be able to take this in a 2-0 fashion. Or if it is going to be the third map being called for.
Well, Tatson again seemed to be in the one position he likes in underpass. Does get tagged up a little bit low down to 51. Still going to be kind of like a little bit of a split, two towards B. Kind of one floating in middle. though he's back towards CT spawn at the moment. I guess expecting maybe a boost to come in since they're not actually checking what kind of progress he has in terms of control at mid. It seems like they're setting up for an execute towards B here. And Art's going to have some early information as well in a second.
You're going to have to throw the smoke down and just try and back out of there as he waits on the other side. He's going to get wrecked. Leave it on to just one defender in the form of Vinny. He's trying to find himself some kills. They've actually gone straight past him. He's in a good position here to really do some damage and already manages a first. Bomb's been dropped. The second comes up as well. But even still, the T's in with a decent chance here.
Oh my god, K Serrato. That was a big kill to Fasten, trying to be sneaky snake here. Dumao's going to push in from the apartments here. Now he's tagged down to 44 health. And a one-on-one against K Serrato, who's going to clutch it out with a nice double kill. And FURIA will take the pistol round. Again, Vinny. Great little play out of him to actually drop the bomb to cause panic within Yeah Gaming. They survive with just the one player, but they still win the round, which is important. They're going to get them potentially more now. And that potential third map of Nuke to come up. Honestly, I don't know how really Nuke's going to go. I know it didn't go well for Yeah Gaming the last time they played it against Envy. That was a 2-16. And we did have FURIA played against Envy, and it was 20-22 in favor of Envy. So a little bit of difference in results against the same team for the two teams.
Maybe just you need to be looking at Envy more. I am starting to wonder that because...
Well, they beat Liquid.
Oh, yeah, it's starting to really get interesting with that team. Well, it's going to be a fast push into the site. K Serrato left relatively blind, but he's still got a lot of support here. It's actually a bit of a weird buy coming up for the CT side. Definitely not what you'd normally expect, but Art still managed to make it work with the USP. And now Tadazin, he's got this trusty MP9, but he won't be able to hold on to it. So there's going to be 11-6. We do actually now get like a relatively bolstered buy for the CT side. I just, like, the level of confidence you have to do that is mad. And also, like, you're almost banking on the fact that Yeah Gaming weren't going to purchase into that round, and they did.
Yeah, which is also weird in its own right, because most teams would just save second round since they didn't get the bomb planted, but I guess the 4 kills maybe gave them some confidence. A little bit of a split coming through. Again, we see Yuri looking to push up middle. Yeah, Gaming does have some presence here. Going to spot him on the cross, so at least knowing the information of, hey, CTs do have mid on us. Have looked to gather information. Oh, that nade. It doesn't do as much as I was hoping. I swear, nades in CSGO always confuse me sometimes with how much damage they do or don't do. But we did have fast and fall.
They are.
Yeah.
Steps are explosion proof. Oh. They're actually starting to pressure onto the A side. Now, there's only one defender for now. Of course, the mid push coming in should gain a fair amount of information. I wonder if Duma was actually spotted there as well. But Henny's still going to come under a fair amount of pressure here. Although the T's actually back away and give him an individual duel. Spots a second as well. Risky fight to take, but he is still going to be standing for now. And while the cavalry has arrived, Art gets domed by the D. Eventually, we are going to see the trades come in. Again, the MP9 is doing a lot of damage. And a 12th round onto the board for FURIA.
Oh, nice round for them. Vinny's on 22 kills. Henny and Art are both at 11 apiece, and Yuri on 12. Look at the money they have to spend, too. And don't tell me K Serrato and Yuri are both going to stick to the SMGs here. I think that's also extra confidence coming out of the team. We talked about the weird second buy-up out of them, expecting the enemy team to not really invest into anything. And now they're doing it pretty much a second time. But if they can win this round, this, like, I guess, extra little bonus round we got going on for them, that'd be massive. Up 13-6, a massive stock of money in the bank. I mean, where do you see? Yeah, we kind of struggled to get too many kills so far in the second half.
Ready, full execution. Lots of nades being expended onto the side and some awkward positions. In fact, Henny's actually going to burn down completely. This CT side has been evaporated. Vinny, okay, that's a fairly easy kill for him to find, but other than that, just has to be the back away. Okay, Serrato's actually going to win a duel, and now this might make things a little bit more interesting. He still has a kit. He gets stuck attempting to through the murder hole. Of course, for him, the risk is kind of worth it. He's only got an SMG. He's going to back out with an M4. A nice little upgrade, and Vinny looks away at the worst possible moment. So still only going to be one rifle kept at a maximum, and that's dependent on how aggressive Quesorado is actually going to be here. At Duma will close him down as well. An AWP picked up, and yeah, gaming, that's a pretty damn good first round onto the board.
Yeah, very good round. But again, I mean, it still was kind of like a bonus round for FURIA because of what they had a couple players on. I don't want to take away from the round from Gaming, and now they have every opportunity to do it yet again, since it's still going to be a little bit of a weak buy. Actually, let me just double check that real quick. Yeah, I do have an SMG for Quesorado plus utility. Henny with no utility, no armor. And then you have Vinny as well with no utility. So it's definitely doable here for them. And I think if they want to, you know, prevent this from going to nuke, where they've already shown against the exact same opponent that they struggled quite heavily. Again, 16-2 scoreline. And I think this would be the way to do it. Just beat him here on this map. Obviously, you still have a lot of rounds to go before you get to the point of tying things up. But we've seen what they can do on the likes of Inferno.
Hell of a streak of rounds, and possibly some more mistakes coming out from FURIA, but starting to believe that there's a lot more to this team than meets the eye, and maybe a lot more to envy as well. Like, I did underestimate them based off what we saw initially, but that squad is really starting to do some damage. In fact, really edging their way towards a spot now with the win onto Liquid. Obviously, they did lose to FURIA in the end, but already had victories elsewhere. ET side starting to get very aggressive, though. This is what we've come to expect from Art time and time again. Timing is going to be everything. He's waiting patiently for his moment. Knows that RCF is just around this corner, so has to get the timing right, but he could in fact drop the bomb. It's going to be him walking past, and I think he's going to miss it by a moment, but that could be perfect. He's going to let his teammates know that there's still one player up in towards those apartments. But more importantly, the remaining CTs are just going to start rotating away. I think Duma's going to be incredibly confused. Like, guys, I have the B site, but I don't really understand why. They're all gone.
But it's not like they can rotate back towards B, because that's still going to be Art to block them off. They head in that direction. And Art, in the meantime, is actually going to go up middle. So he's going to look for the first kill. He should be able to take down IDK. Meantime, Vinny goes for the duel. Actually, doesn't spot him out. Art! Are you... What? So certainly going to die right here. And IDK, yeah, he's going to eventually trade the kill. That... What? He didn't notice him. That might have just cost him the round.
I think it almost definitely has. The T's are now going to have the two duels that were most important. Because that's the thing. The same factor would be in place if Vinny had won his duel. If he gets that kill, then they can't rotate into the B side like they just have. He'd still be there. But instead, they make the call purely based off what happened with Art. And, well, missing that one player, it punishes them. Because he could have held off the rotations. There was only 10 seconds on the clock when they actually get the bomb down. So we are going to see an 8th onto the board. Yeah, Gaming in a decent position. The CT side, well, they're forced to just hold on to what they've got.
I almost guarantee Art thought that round was going completely differently in his head. I mean, it was the guy that they left that he saw inside of the apartments that like ruined the round for them. The funny thing is, like, I watched him. I was like, oh, he's making the smart decision. He's not going for that kill because he saw the bomb and he wants to go chase the bomb and the rotations are coming through. But that player he didn't kill wins him the round by winning that duel on site. And then, of course, Art failing to see IDK in middle. Yeah, those 2 kills just won that round completely, and really well done by Gaming. A little bit of luck, though, we have to say. I don't think there's any denying the fact that Art didn't see IDK was a little bit of luck on their side, because otherwise he had them split. The guy was alone at B. He had the bomb back towards T spawn. So yeah, there we go. Still 12-8 in favor of FURIA. I think, yeah, Gaming are starting to show that you can't really sleep on them here, and they definitely come into today's games after the day or two off to play. And they pretty much have to. They're down 0-2. If they want to have a chance to take any sort of real points, they need to start getting wins.
Well, that's the thing. I think nothing motivates you more than a match like that. Like, you get smashed. Well, unless you're Orgless, of course, in which case you might just disband. But in their case, it's clearly motivated them to actually put in the hours. And yeah, they're looking like a much better side. Like, I think the same mistakes we've seen from them previously are starting to be ironed out. Sure, there's still more to be worked on, but they're actually looking like a contender versus FURIA. Whereas, as I said, in the previous game, we saw it wasn't even close. They've taken a map that's more than they've achieved so far, and 4 rounds the difference. They could realistically take this in a 2-0 fashion. The CT side is still going for these force buys, still taking the risks, and ultimately, they don't pay off. They could be giving Yeah Gaming a way back into this match. Once again, he was very successful. Even with only 1 kill, he found so much information for the team in the last round. He's going to go back to it again. This time, though, the T's are moving a little bit quicker. So although the presence over towards the A site has been spotted, although he is getting aggressive, whether or not it's actually going to be quick enough. And look at this, a full rotation. He knows that they're not in the apartments. Again, it's going to come down to the turnaround. Duma, that's twice now. He's found kills that never really should have been. And it's a 2nd round in a row where FURIA have taken a massive gamble based off the information of Art, and it has bit them in the butt.
That has to hurt. That has to hurt. That's got to be so rough for Art, who loves to have this confidence on the map, right? He likes to be the person to be super aggressive and to play in positions you never would have expected him. But that's 2 rounds he's been shut out. Oh, man. It's by the same guy as well, Dumao. Like, he basically won the round last time, wins it basically this time again, has the B side open. And now Vin and Case are just trying to save. They've lost the op on Henny before. I don't really know if they're going to be able to rescue it either.
Actually going to be hunting with one, so maybe they'll get the delivery. He actually gets away with it. Finny to be able to fall back and hold on to that AWP. That's something at least, but yeah, it really is painful because for all accounts over the last 2 rounds, Art has done everything right. Like, he has played the position. Sure, okay, he missed the player in mid, but other than that, the calls he's made to his team about rotating to A was spot on, and the plays that he's made in terms of like basically threading the needle to get in between the 2 different players have been perfect. This is just every time the end result has gone against him, and it's got to be tilting. I doubt he, as anyone else, would go back into their shell. Like, I don't think he's the sort of player to really get bogged down. He seems to do quite well, even when his stats aren't necessarily up the top. I don't think it's something that really seems to bother him, so I still expect to see more of the same aggression, and in fact, it looks like this time he brought a friend.
Yeah, but did he bring a friend to a party or to his death? Yeah, Gaming are setting up for the play towards A. Still, first kill going the way of Fasten. Now the Molotow's being thrown in, so pretty much a standard execute here. And Benny's got to go big with the AWP if they want to have a chance in this round. There's the first kill coming through. Art as well does pick up an AK in the meantime. And don't tell me Art wins this now. Don't tell me the redemption story. Well, it won't start here to end here. As Demo again able to take him down. Now the 2-on-2 after plant. Vinny 9 HP, the Dream. They don't have a kit, so if they're gonna do this, they have to go quick. And even the bait plant coming out of Dumao.
He's already done enough, though. Nice shot. Dumar over the last few rounds has been clinical, even if it's not necessarily been him getting the multi-frag. Every single kill he seems to get is impactful for the team. And yeah, Gaming, they are slowly grinding this one back. Now, luckily for the CT side, that round was only a saved AWP. So everything else is still going to be invested into in this round. You're going to have everybody on their rifles. Henny, even with the AWP, sure, there's a piece or 2 missing. They actually don't invest into a kit, which, considering how often this has become after plant positions, I'm actually quite surprised. But nonetheless, he's now going to try and dominate middle once again. They've seen aggression elsewhere. Dumont, he is the man who sits on B, but I like this. They're changing the pace. They're going to try and bombard this B site. But initially, going to be a setup, leaving Tatters in behind. A 3rd player even rotating in. This was mainly because of the aggression on ramp from the CT side. They've found out information that there's at least nobody close by. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that there won't be in the future.
Oh, Vinny. RCF hits the shot. There you go. The first kill comes through. Time's still going to be on their side. They've got a 2 split. The FURIA members, 2 towards B, 2 towards A. And they're taking the time to go in towards the B site, which might give FURIA the chance to rotate a player over. Smoke comes in as well to take away some time. That nade should... Oh, it's a little bit behind him. It almost looked like it was going to just hit them right in the head.
You want it so bad, don't you? Every time I hear it, it's like, oh.
Just getting
No nade down.
built up to be disappointed. Now I know how my father feels. Bastin pushes in, and Henny gets the kill. And now it's going to be go time on the B site, but Art again gets the kill. Caserado spots him dropping in towards site. 17 seconds. They have to pick up the pace and he get this bomb down. The bomb has been dropped, and so is the other member on the B site. RCF with just the AWP now against 3. He misses the shot against Caserado. Time is taken away. Caserado will get a second, and FURIA will finally take a round after what seems like an eternity.
We're going to see a pause out as well. The T's taking a break. I'm very surprised that Farsin just bought a Galil there. Like, his team has so much cash. They're actually gonna... Are they just gonna throw that away? That will annoy me if that's the case. Like, just throwing away a gun that really didn't need to be bought. Maybe just a little bit too quick on the trigger. But that's money that, yeah, gaming can't really afford to just expend. There's a part of me that almost hopes it gets utilized. But considering I can see it on the floor in the corner, I have a feeling that that's just gonna be a $1,800 waste.
Well, if it was FURIA, they'd probably go back and pick it up because they realized they didn't have it on site. You know, the bomb. Just gonna explain my joke.
Okay.
Because I guess either you got it, you just wanted me to feel bad, or you didn't get it, and I still feel bad.
I did
so.
not get it. I'll be honest, I was sat there being like, did something happen with a Galil that I missed? Like, while I was trying to fix the stream, I was like, I don't remember around with.
I mean, yeah, there was. You didn't see that? Oh man, you missed out. It was crazy.
But then, yeah, no, I did not make the connection between that and the bomb. But you know, maybe my mind is elsewhere for now. Who knows? Either way, RCF patience has been rewarded. Fair few rounds. And there you go, Caserado. A risky spray through. They spot the traces, and now they're just going to try and push. Vinny's been superb so far. It's the same position again, but he's only going to get one. The battle versus Duma has not been overly successful. Luckily, Yuri has managed to find a kill back, but it may not matter. There's still a player in chair. This is just so awkward. Throws away his gun to try and retrieve another, and instead is put down. A perfect break back from the Yeah Gaming side, and now... awkward again. Henny with an AWP. Lost bonus only at 2,400, so he can drop a gun. Yuri could, in theory, buy, but it really wouldn't be too great. And the rest of the team, well, there's the one guy getting the free gun, and then everybody else in a bit of an awkward situation, so... I wouldn't expect them to buy. At the same time, it is FURIA, so maybe they will.
I mean, we did see Video was win a round just with the op before, remember? On the A site. I think it'd be a big ask right now for Henny to step up like that. He's only on I mean, I say he's only on 13 kills, but he's actually the second lowest fragger on the team. I mean, yeah, Gaming, they're in the driving seat to take this up to 12, potentially 13. I guess it comes down to how clean these rounds are, because even their money's not necessarily safe. I mean, you got Tatson set on 5.9, so you can at least drop for the next round. Let's see, Henny's going to get aggressive. He's actually going to push through underpass. This is super aggressive. He's actually trying to bait out a teammate, I would assume. But he's going to lose his teammate and not get the kill, and even Tatson might push in for this.
Risk being taken. Yeah, full stack, and Henny's gone. The flashbang was spot on, and there's still a couple of players still to clear. They're just doing it almost too easily. Art has retrieved the AWP. We know he's competent. In case of the man crosses, he goes, Art, there's somebody there, but I'm going to try and do this with my dig. He does manage a couple, but ultimately, it's not really that important for EA Gaming. Sure, their money isn't through the roof, but they're still in a good position. And they're grinding this back, Jason. 13-12.
Well, we did finish off things on Inferno 16-14. That definitely could be in the cards here for this match. But we are going to see the full BAMP command utility. Just a couple of pieces missing here or there from 3 players. Not too big of a deal. Still have all the ideal utility off the bat. But yeah, I don't know how they're doing this. I guess the preparations really come in. We've seen a completely different team today. I don't know what's going to show up. The team who played against MIBR or Mirage, or the team that played against Envy. And clearly we got the former of the two, but can they close this out? It's going to be the question now. It would be their first win the road to Rio. And Fasten is going to rush in towards the site.
Hey, Serrano, it's just going to deny them straight away. 2 kills. Now the cavalry is quickly rotating in. RCF does manage at least one. Slightly sectioned off by the Molotov, and Tadazin maybe just trying to find anyone from behind. RCF's found another, though. This is starting to look doable. Got to be careful that they don't let this one slip. Shot missed as well. The CT side patiently waiting on the other side. They're actually just going to throw a smoke down. Maybe try and deny any more presence as they look to gather up together. Play this as a full squad. The bomb needs to cross over to the site, and RCF is going to make it down. Now, there is an incendiary for the CTs. They could try and make this awkward. Instead, R is going to clear out that kill, and Tadazin won't be able to do anything. A nice attempt in the 2 versus 5 situation, but ultimately FURIA have taken this 14-12. And the T's with a bomb plant, they'll be able to buy. Gotta be careful they don't let this one slip.
Well, Henny not hitting those 2 shots, like that gave a really sinking feeling in my stomach for FURIA. Those missed shots alone would have dropped the bomb. And then the second saw got planted, luckily they were able to clean it up from there on, but it's still making things really scary for their side. They still have 3 players survive, so money's still going to be okay for that. Able to drop over their teammates. On the other side, though, again, we're seeing the full BAP, like I said, with the bomb planted. It helps a ton here. Let's see now if FURIA can continue this momentum. They need to be able to take another round to at least force the minimum of that overtime. And it looks like we might be going for that set play towards A yet again, except they're still leaving 1 player lingering. That's going to be Tactizen over towards the B site in underpass.
Very patient. B side. Looking like they are just setting up for that full execution once again. It's going to be coming over, but there's plenty in return. FURIA using almost all their utility here just to try and deny this initial push, but luckily for them, the T's are coming. They're making their move. Do have to be careful from Connector, but it seems like they are looking for this push, or at least have a player around this angle. Tadazin has managed to make his way through, but there's a player on short to save him. Vinny has picked off one. Yuri with the second, but he will fall in return. This AWP and CT, though, is going to be tough to beat. And with IDK all alone, this time there's nothing he can do. FURIA, they get to 15. And with the money now right on the brink, well, there's no chance of a reset, of course, because, well, potentially the last round.
Well, I mean, I think in normal circumstances, you're going to look at what has to spend and be like, that's the game over. But keep in mind, on Inferno, the last round, they won that with the scrappiest of buys you could ever have. So you can't just say necessarily that this should be a done deal for FURIA, and I think that they even realize this isn't a done deal for them. Yeah, RCF back on the op, and I'd say he's been a little bit quiet on the op. I think he's been much better on the rifles, I feel like. I feel like he's definitely slowed down from the pace he had on map 1 on Inferno. And Dumao, he's the one that's really stepped up in my eyes. 21 kills for him. And on FURIA's side, I mean, Vinny's still going off 27 kills. Only other one person on the server has been able to pass 20 as well, which was Dumao. It seems like FURIA with their back up against the wall, looking to rise to the occasion here and take us on over to Nuke.
It's going to take something big from EA Gaming if they are going to be able to turn the tides. Yeah, a bit of a risky push. I think he's been spotted as well, and Vinny is still just chugging along, looking for his 30 bomb. Art already picks off another. This is looking like a done deal as they fall like flies, and Tadazin is the only one left to try and save them here. Yuri to close things out, a 16-12.